welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. Had to buy a new camera, and yeah, it's just I just been out of commission most of that. I could have used my phone, but I did not want to, because you see how crisp this looks? It would not have looked that crisp on the phone, even the iPhone. Granted, it's the iPhone 6, so you know, like they like mess those phones up on purpose. Anyways, besides the point. So it's gonna be about episode 10, Tiny Pretty Things. A lot but a little goes down in the last episode of season 1. This show better get a second season, because then there's a lot of, they open up another can of questions in this episode. It's very, very weird and kind of annoying. Like, one, who June's dad is. Is it Ramon? Probably. Will we know? Not really, because, well, spoiler, he's dead. Someone kills him. Who knows who? Might have been Caleb. Not really sure. Anyways, let's see. And this is the last night. Well, on this episode, the last episode 10, it's the last night that they perform that play, The Ripper, where like Bet basically stole June's role. And I think she got it taken away, kind of, because she did get arrested, even though she shouldn't have, for Cassie's almost, well, attempted murder. Yeah. Cassie comes back. She's literally just bitch. Just like, I thought she was like, you know, just gonna be like a mean girl, but because, you know, she was just really driven. No, she's a mean girl. Like, she's mean to Bet, so that's probably why Bet, plus with their family things, is like so extra. Ugh. Has anybody seen Safe Haven? That movie's like 10 years old, I think, but it's probably kind of boring, because it is one of those romantic Nicholas Sparks movies. Anyways, so that's the point. So they performed the last night of the ballet show, the Ripper. And let's see, I'm gonna put concealer on first. Okay, so I'm gonna put concealer on first. And also use your stimulus very wisely. I've only just gotten things that I kind of need, you know, not overdoing it. And Monique and Ramon, well, you know, before somebody kills him, end up in a room together, you know, talking, and they hang out for a bit, because that's just what you do when you're the head mistress, headmaster, whatever her title is. You also have sex with your choreographers, so that way you can get them to stay at your school, because, you know, there's no other way. You can't just possibly, you know, pay someone else to do it. You have to come up with something else, or you could just, you know, figure out a plan like a normal person, but whatever. Foundation. I'm gonna use this. Is it gonna focus? Because, oh my gosh, it's not gonna do it. It's annoying. Ugh, I need to get more of this. So, like, this show is just, like, overall, I don't think it was bad. It was pretty good. Like, it tried to do, like, you know, like a Pretty Little Liars thing and have tons of deception and teens. like doing teen things and having secrets from their parents and having boyfriends that sell drugs and having, you know, everybody having family issues. No, I don't get. One episode there was this girl, when June worked at the club, which what teenager needs to work at a club? When June worked at the club, one of their ballet like cohorts ended up getting pregnant by one of the business guys. That was like a weird, like a little subplot. Like, at least I thought it was kind of weird. That they would add that little subplot and it was there for like an episode. And then some things started, like their little tiny relationships that would start, like Oren and Nevaeh's relationship. It kind of didn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't know like why that like started. I was confused about that. Like, hey, they need a relationship. No, they don't. Nevaeh could have just been single and she could have just been a girl just trying to find her place while trying to solve a crime. No, we had to go the she needs a relationship route. Ew, yikes. That doesn't look good. Just that I didn't like. And then I also didn't like the fact that like it was the, oh, there's an older person preying on a younger student, like in Pretty Little Liars, when the teacher Ezra and Arya like met at a bar type situation place, and like they really were like, yeah, we'll go that route again. Dang, I don't want to use that. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this foundation. I mean, not this foundation, this eyeshadow palette. And at some point, June gets accused of, where is my brush? June gets accused of pushing Cassie, but we know that it was actually Dahlia. But then Bet takes the fall for her sister, who's Dahlia. June thought she did it. That's why you shouldn't do drugs and drink at the same time, because then you may end up coming in a situation where somebody ends up dying or almost dying. Oh wait, I need to put that on my eyes. And so I need to figure out another new show or like movie to watch in this. Well, on Netflix I watched, dang, what was that movie called? Shot Caller. Kind of confusing. Did not like how it ended at all. Made no sense at all. Like, to me, it didn't make any sense. Dang, I should have let that set. Right. Let's see. You know, when Bet takes the fall for her sister, I don't know if I would do the same, honestly. They're like, you gotta do it for the family, or hear me out, she could just be an adult and do it herself. And then, you know, if she has the right connections, she can rebrand herself and come back from it. Although it was attempted murder because she was scared that her boyfriend was going to find someone else younger and fresher and date them until they dried out. Girls, don't be afraid of getting older. I am terrified. Like, there's always someone out there that's better than you, but you have to be better yourself. Like, if that makes any sense. You know, it looks brown. I'm just trying to figure out why. Ah! Okay. And then yeah, like Nevaeh's whole it's like the main girl, her whole I don't want to fall in love and, like, you know, trope thing she has going on. I don't want to fall in love with anybody and mix it with ballet. Kind of stupid, but then I kind of understand why you wouldn't want to mix essentially business with pleasure in a sense, like, because you're trying to focus on that and you literally do not need a boy at 18 to distract you, unless, you know, y'all are on like the same page, which I think most of the time they kind of aren't. Because at 18, why are you getting into something that serious? It doesn't make any sense. Also, people have got to learn one way or another. There's plenty of accesses to the internet, so there's no excuse for the whole I wasn't really around that. Can you help me figure out how to do this or hear me out? You could just look it up. Nobody has to, unless you're like a kid or something, like a literal kid, I don't feel like teaching you. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know this specific people were like this. I didn't know. We're literally everywhere, but sure, I'm sure you had no idea. You've been so sheltered, it's almost ridiculous. Anyways, besides the point. My eye. See you. Oh, and then another surprise couple, June and Nabil. What is that? Like, they both look racially ambiguous. Who are they supposed to like? Who are they supposed to be? Like, why are they a couple? I don't understand why they're a couple. It doesn't make any sense to me. Damn that. Cause I'm like, Nabil, he's cute. June, she's cute too. Like, but it's like, why did they put them like together as a thing? Like, did they really look like a thing? No, they didn't. I don't understand. Like, it's kind of weird that they put them two together as like a couple. I don't understand it really. Oh my gosh. It's just, did y'all really just put them together because they're both racially ambiguous, or did you genuinely like put them together? Oh man, this eyeshadow got in my eye. Can't focus. All right. This eyeliner sucks. Trying to get eyeliner across like a shimmer. Don't you do it. Across a shimmer lid. Literally is like the hardest thing to do. And yeah. And then also Nevaeh and Oren get caught laying in bed together. First of all, even if she wasn't out of ballet school, don't be laying in bed with them. And I like how they just swept that whole thing under the rug. Him and, I honestly forgot that character's name. The guy that he had like a fling with, they just like swept that under the rug. Like, we're not gonna pretend like Oren and that guy that I literally don't remember didn't have like a thing. So yeah, Oren and Nevaeh get caught in bed. They almost get thrown out, and but they don't, because Oren's like, if you kick her out, then you need to kick me out too. Thinking that like this woman is gonna be like, okay, I won't do it. I won't throw either one of you out. I promise. You guys can stay. She was like, fine. You can do the play for the last night, and then I'll kick you out. I'll save you that much. Because I'm pretty sure Nevaeh has like the third lead part. So kicking her out would have made no sense. Well, kicking her out right then. Also, I don't have the crispness of the mic because G7X Mark II does not have like an input thing to put a mic in. So if it sounds a little bit echoey, it's because I forgot to hook up the other mic that I have. So it's just gonna sound like this until I remember to add it. And also, I had a necklace. Got a little necklace. I figured I would try and look like an adult, or at least pretend to. Let's see. Oh. And Caleb. Yes, Caleb. So the Caleb character is very much giving me Aaron Taylor Johnson vibes. If anyone knows, he is literally married to someone that's like 50 years older than him. And that wouldn't necessarily be like weird if she didn't go about it like in a weird way. Like, she was probably eyeing him at like 12 or 13, but she was like 35, so she was like, no, that's too weird. And then she divorced her husband, like probably around when he was 17, and they started dating when she was 8 and when he was 18, because when she was 18, he wasn't even like a thought. When he was 18, she got pregnant shortly after, and then they got married. She planned that. Like, there can be mutual like agreement between the two, but like not gonna pretend like somebody that's old enough to be your literal grandma being with you as soon as you turn 18 isn't suspicious. It is. I was about to say suspicious. Baby Saren, anyone? But yeah, like, yeah, that's suspicious. Please stop letting them get by. Just because they're a woman doesn't make it any worse. Oh, any not worse. I guess that's what I was trying to say. And also another thing. Cassie, oddly enough, has dirt on Nevaeh. What dirt? We don't know. It's the 10th episode of the season finale of the first season. So what dirt? We don't know. I think there's a book on this series, obviously. So maybe if I get the book, I can like understand it. But she for sure like, I don't know. Cassie just seems like an ultra bitch. Just, I have dirt on you, I have dirt on you, and I have dirt on you. And Cassie acts like she's such an angel. She is not an angel. She's literally the exact opposite. She's like the worst person. Oh dang, I did say I was gonna work out. I got enough time. Dang, it does slant. Alright, I'm gonna get nose surgery. So yeah, Cassie is literally like the worst person. This finale was mediocre, and frankly, I think it should go for about, I say 4 seasons, because we don't need to do a Pretty Little Liars and have 20 seasons and it just stretch out and there be an A, B, C, and D. Because it was just A, and then people just started putting the initials. No, that was weird. That show literally lost me after like the 3rd season. Like, it was good up until then, and then it was just like dragging on and on and on. Like, guys, give it up. Okay, this movie is weird. And I'll pause. That will be the end of this video. Kind of, well, actually this is usually about the time that I usually am up to. The season for this show, hopefully it gets a reboot. Well, not a reboot. Renewed for a second season, because that little cliffhanger, well, not little, kind of big, where Ramon dies, gets killed by one of the students. I wonder who. Actually, instead of Caleb, I think it was Bet. Like maybe June and Bet went to go talk to him. Nevaeh shows up because she can never mind her own business. And then they start talking. Ramon says something stupid because he just runs off at the mouth. And June's like, what? And then Bet's like, this is stupid. And then she stabs him. And then she actually does kill somebody. So this time, I think it would be called self-defense. Not really sure. But anyways, the end of this. So thank you for watching, and subscribe and like for more. I will genuinely try and be more consistent. I only fell off because I didn't exactly have a camera. This camera, the old camera I had, this camera, it's not good. It's not, I don't know, you really gotta have a specific battery or else it'll suck. And if you don't have a specific battery, it's gonna burn it. And everything else you put in the camera. You know that you're supposed to put in the camera and not just something you think you're supposed to put in the camera. But yes. Stay tuned and like for more. Stay tuned? Yeah, I think I meant that. Deuces.